Well, I just got up, made a phone call to the FDIC, and their phone number is 877-382-4357. And it is right now 10 a.m. That was a long night last night. I was doing some research, and hell, I talked to the guy on the phone, and shit, they tell me they don't take any information, even though you got a case file with them, and they don't do nothing. Hell, I told them kind of what was going on, and the man hung up the phone. Can you believe it? The FDIC hung up the phone on me. And hell, I was going to give them my police report number right here. I got a police report, and then also was going to give them the other information about my YouTube channel. Can you believe they did not want to take any additional information? Because that would cause them to have to do some paperwork as well. Can you believe they'd have to watch a video? By God, that would be almost a crime. Wouldn't that be? You know, a video recording of a poor old man living in an RV that had his identity stolen, his money taken, and hell, he was robbed by fucking the banks. They allowed it to happen. Can you believe it? Fucking homeless vet. Homeless now because they caught him living in an RV. They consider it homeless if you live in your RV. You don't qualify for a grant. You don't qualify for running water. You can't get none of the above because you don't qualify. Even because you're considered homeless. You might own a home, but you can't live there because hell, you get shot from a stalker. Thanks to the freaking magistrate down there that's corrupt. And hell, the sheriff is corrupt in Smith County. And hell, you got the district attorney alters paperwork. That's why I'm a little upset, people. Hell, I'm not a violent person. Hell, I got a couple bird dogs. I don't think he even shot a gun in a couple of years. And just to go bird hunting. Because, you know why? We haven't seen any birds around anyway. But we just take a walk about. And the dogs and me, if we push sometimes, we don't shoot. Yeah, it's something to watch. See it fly away. If the dogs catch it, well, it's supper. You know, because they're going to bring it back. And we're going to have to cook it. Because they're going to be happy if we cook it. Usually they kill it on the way in. You know, because it's still moving. You know, the dogs like to, well, they want to make sure that it ain't kicking when they give it to Dad. But, you know, they're precious. They're spoiled. But they know they want to maybe, you know, get their teeth into something. When they get a pair on a bird, sometimes they do a real rip and tear. I don't have to do much of field dressing out in the field if sometimes they get a hold of it just right. They just rip it apart. But it's not a clean sight. But it has a little rank off to it. But there's no buckshot in it. So guess what? I just take it on home, rinse it out with a little bit of vinegar, clean it up real good. Go ahead and cook it up. It ain't so bad. But if it's a skunk, I don't want to bring it home. I'll just leave it alone. On the dogs, you're going to have to ride in the back. Because they're going to smell too. Thank God there's skunk be off. But if you think about it, skunk be off won't work for the magistrate in Smith County, Kansas, or the freaking sheriff's department down there in Smith Center, Kansas, or even the district attorney. Skunk be off won't work for you because you still stink no matter what you do. Because you done me wrong and you're going to smell like hell forever. And I guarantee you, I'm hoping some of the electoral voters will see this video and realize how bad you done me and you don't do your job when there's a crime committed. Because your failure to do anything right. And I know I have documents, hardcore documents, and you know you're dirty. By God, you know you're dirty. Especially if you're watching my YouTube channel and realizing you are dirty. And you know your son's a dope dealer and you're on the take, your magistrate. I know that for a fact, because he even told me right to my face when I was sitting there down there pouring concrete for an old boy. Because he asked me because he knew I had a power screed. I came down there and I helped him out, poured the concrete, and your son was wearing tennis shoes in the concrete. I gave the man some vinegar. That's what I gave him. Gave him some vinegar to wash his feet off and a pair of socks. That's what I did for your damn son. And you treated me this way? You're a dirty judge. And I don't do drugs. I take this aspirin and prescription medicine from my VA doctor. That's it. And they're not no mind-altering drugs. I just take simple stuff. Very simple. Well, I can't wait to get this pimples off my face because I got poison oak in my goddamn yard. I mowed through it and with a weed eater and didn't see it. Next thing I know, I had itchy and scratchy, and I got my laundry and went in all my clothes. So that's why pretty much I'm wearing orange right now, because it's one of the shirts that ain't itchy and scratchy. And I don't like to be itchy and scratchy. But that, Your Honor, that guy needed some serious help, and here you were on the taking his money from his drug dealing. Why would you want to do something like that? Boy, you are definitely corrupt. Manny, I don't know how much he was selling, but the thing is, it wasn't my business, and I didn't care, because to me, I thought he was maybe selling aspirin, but I know he was selling something else, probably that oxycodone or something like that. But he was your son. I just let it slide. I thought maybe the guy had a headache, but and the other kid, he had the same thing, tennis shoes on. Pouring concrete in tennis shoes. I felt sorry for the poor people. I told them to rinse their feet off, put new socks on. I only had an extra one pair because I usually travel with my mud boots, clean pair of socks, and another soft pair of socks on my feet. If one gets soaking wet, well, I switch them out. And but we were pouring a 4-inch slab, and I didn't get anything over my concrete boots. My boots are 14, 16 inches tall, and I tape them up sometimes, make sure there's no mud, especially if it's like street mud. It's 10, 12 inches thick. You get pretty close to being to the top of the boot. So, but the thing is, Smith County, we should just doze that whole place. But the trouble is, if we do that, people, then what we'd have these criminals up here in Omaha. We don't want them. We don't want them in Iowa. Hell, we want to keep them in one place. But they shouldn't deserve anything. Because hell, they're nothing but thieves and crooks and liars. And hell, stalkers as well. But that's what Smith Center caters for. They cater for that kind of stuff. And here I am, a police report from Mills County. Mills County. And the FDIC refuses me, guess what? Even how to file a simple report, and they don't want to do nothing other. So that shows you, if someone steals your identity, you get nothing accomplished. Once again, nothing at all. So I spent last night several hours doing research, trying to figure this out, and I'm getting nothing, nowhere. There is no help. If you're robbed, you're screwed. If someone steals your money, you're screwed. The Great Western will not stand behind you. They will allow it to happen. Hell, they'll cater to it. They'll run over there and give them cash. That's how Great Western works it. The bank commissioners, they insisted, guess what? They insisted that they also pay more money to, guess what? To the thieves that stole my money. When I shot my bank account off, they said I closed it in a different location than where I closed it even. That's how messed up that bank is. The lady at the bank tried to give me 5 different corporate resolutions. Five different corporate resolutions. Before she even found mine, and then I took mine, then I asked her, listen, what was my disability check? She says I was never entitled to a disability check from the government, ever, in my entire life, she said to me. I looked at her like a freaking, I said, you out of your goddamn mind? I said, I got a check when I got out of the military. I says, because I had to get a cast cut off my leg, because my leg got crushed. And I said, you know what, you're not entitled to even ask me these questions. I says, well, how much was the last deposit from the government into my account? And she says, you don't ever get a government check. I was so upset, I just walked out the door. You know what, fine, I'm done with a stupid person. I'm walking out. That's in Glenwood, Iowa Bank. I was very upset. Walked out of there. I went to another bank over in Council Bluffs to close my account out. And I went over there and I closed out one of my accounts there. And I said to him, I said, how much was my check? And the guy gave me running around the same goddamn way. I was like, you gotta be choking me. These freaking people are really bad. No wonder my money was getting robbed. Great Western can't even figure out with my damn driver's license what my bank account is. I was like, oh shit. I don't want no part of these damn banks. I finally got it. It took me 3 hours. 3 lousy hours to find out how much my last deposit was from a bank. 3 hours. And then I said, listen, give me my cash. All of it. Took the cash. And I said, let's walk over to the manager right next to him. And I said, listen, I already had him there on the hook too. And I wish I recorded all of it, but I didn't think about it back then. And guess what? I said, close my damn account. Close it out. I don't want no more account activity in this thing. Too much fucking theft. You guys just let it happen. I'm fed up giving me that information. So we closed the account. Closed them all. So basically, I was closed everything and get the hell out of that bank. I don't want to set foot in that bank again. I wouldn't even want to build a bank for them because you know why? I don't want to build a bank for thieves. Thieves is what happened. Hell, I built, I don't know, probably 400 banks over the last few years. And guess what? All my money was stolen. And it was through a bank. And guess what? They say I have no rights. People, I have no right. I have no rights. I would say that I believe, don't you have a right to contest anything that's you didn't sign for? I mean, I'm just so speechless about this. Hell, I got down there and I showed the officers in Mills County. I showed the local police department. And I talked to the young lady a couple times. First one didn't want to do nothing. Second time didn't want to do nothing. Finally, I went in there and talked to the lady. I said, listen, I think it's state law or federal law that if you're a lady out of California, I got a hold of her. And she said, well, Ma, she said, this is what you need to do. And so I went ahead and got me a letter from Mills County. And it does say, and it's 3 pages long, and it does say identity theft. So, I mean, what else can I do to retrieve my funds? And I took a major loss, and I'm trying to recoup some of the loss. I can't even get 1 iota cent back, but I want to make damn sure that people know about it, especially where the crime happened, down in down in Smith County, Kansas. How the police department and the magistrate and the district attorney aided in the theft of my money. Okay, and the treasurer of Smith County as well. Smith County allows someone to break in my house. This is how they set me up. They allowed someone to break in my house and try to kill me. They charged me for that crime. Not the person who has a 16-page rap sheet, William Bradford Watson. They forced me to sign a pre-agreement by gunpoint, so it destroys my credibility and also my workability because they put a number on me. I never had a number before. And then while this is happening, Mr. Stevens Wakefield is stealing my cash through my bank electronically. Hell, when he loses the connection on my computer, he would come up here and visit me and reset remote access. If I was taking a shower, you know, because he stayed here for a week or 2 weeks, he would open my wallet up and get all my information off my debit cards and my credit cards. I did not know that at the time. I don't know how he did it, but it happened. He did it. So, and I don't give anybody my debit cards. I don't give anybody information except when I'm buying something at a store. I mean, what gives these people the right the God-given right to steal everything and destroy everything that I have. I've not done nothing wrong, except I woke up late this morning. I wanted to get up at 6, but I stayed up too late. It was 4 o'clock in the morning, and I didn't realize it was 4 a.m. I'm like, oh shit. I was reading a bunch of paperwork, and, well, I didn't have really nothing to do because the dirt work's not done. And it's for a school, you know. And I'm surprised they didn't list me as a damn pedophile. I mean, hell, that'd be the next goddamn thing that they'd try to hang on me. But that's why I got the hell out of Kansas. I live up here in Iowa. I like kids because that's their next generation. I lost my kids. I lost my sons. You know, I lost my wife. I mean, so basically, you know, I respect everybody's people. They're little people. I call them little people. I respect the little people. You know, I like to watch them from a distance so they don't get hurt, you know, because I don't want anybody to hurt the little people. They're good little people. If they do something wrong, I want to have somebody, you know, set them right, you know. But that's about it. I have a lot of neighbors. They got kids and stuff. I respect them. I like watching kids walking back and forth, you know, playing and whatever, you know. And my dogs, you know, they like to chase the kids or whatever. But they're bird dogs, and I'll probably lick them to death, you know. They're ornery, but they like to lick me too. So they're just dogs, and they like to play, you know. And hell, I'm always working or tinkering or doing something because that's my hobbies. I tinker, you know. I mean, I tinker on this, I tinker on this. I do research. I try to use YouTube. And by the way, YouTubers, I did build my first PC. I built it off the back of my pickup truck. And I built the Asus V10 motherboard. And I put the processor in it. I was very careful, and you guys showed me how to do that. It got a little touchy on that pin situation, but I figured it out. And I cross-referenced stuff and went to the Asus website. I even called up the Asus people. They didn't really help me very much. But anyway, I did get it built. And then I said, well, before I plug it in and I hit that button, I better take it up to Best Buy. And I couldn't get Windows to boot up and a couple other things. I was like, okay, before I put this on there, I want to make sure I do something right. You know, I hate to blow something up. So I took it in there, I set it on the counter, and they looked at it, and one of the guys that built PCs for a living, you know, all works at Google, he looked at it, and he says, you know, he said, I'm not going to charge you nothing, because you did everything, and it looks good. He said, it really looks good. He says, but you ain't got no video cards in there and stuff. And I said, well, I'm not done yet, but I want to check these wires here. I don't know, they don't match what the motherboard says to the case, so before I blow it up, can you check that? And the guy says, okay, fine, sure. So I did that, and I had to do it because I got a little laptop, but I can't really do a lot of stuff on my laptop because it's really old and slow, and but I can watch a YouTube video, and so I went ahead and got that up and running, and now I got a good PC. The other one died because a lightning bolt hit outside and came on in through the Ethernet and blew the hell out of it. I got a big old hole on the motherboard. I'll have to show you that. You might get a kick out of that too. But anyway, I got a big old hole in the motherboard, so I upgraded. The insurance helped me. That's why I said I'm glad I have insurance now. I don't mind paying them, and they take care of me. But the thing is it's a wash, basically. I'm hoping CenturyLink will reimburse me for the computer, and then I'll give my insurance company the money back, so I don't take a hit or on the mark on that claim. Because that'd be the right thing to do. CenturyLink should pay for it, because they're the ones that had the bare wire outside that allowed the electricity to come through the bare wires, come up into my PC, and blow my shit up. The router blew up, the PC blew up, hell, my printer blew up. Everything was connected to the Ethernet blew up. And the Ethernet I read line had to replace that too. Thank God I had another 100-foot roll piece, was shielded, and I put that in. So, but it's about principle, This is why I created this channel. It's about principle, and the FDIC, they're dirty too. They don't do no job. Nobody works. Hell, they just get there. They go there, sit on a desk. Kind of like a video I was watching last night. This young kid, he's doing a job. He went and worked in a mental institution. The lady says, well, we mostly sit here most of the day, and we do nothing. And he says, when the prisoners or the mental ward, they basically just do nothing, and then when they do let them out, they run to a common area and they go do whatever they can. The lady lets them play house. And then, hell, one of the guys was sucking on her titty or something. It was kind of weird. The kid was like, oh shit, this is crazy. And we don't let the people in room 10 out. And we don't let the person, the lady in room 7 out as well. It was kind of strange they threw her back in there. Come to find out, room 7 was a nurse that was supposed to be running the ward. And the crazy people were running the show. And the one in room 10 was actually the doctor that his dad talked to. And, well, his dad died trying to rescue his son. And, yeah, it's a sad story. But I heard that on YouTube too, like on the dark website. I watch different YouTube channels, and it's because it's my TV. It takes 20 minutes for them to download, 30 minutes for them to download, and then I can watch them. Because at 0.06 KB, CenturyLink gives me, the web just really is hard to get to, and trying to get an email or anything like that, it's sad. But it's CenturyLink, what do you expect? They want their money, but they don't want to provide a service either. So, this is a multiple channel of Glenwood, Iowa, living in the Outback. That's right, I'm in where did I call this? Oh my God, I can't even remember my place. Out in the middle of nowhere. This is where it is, out in the middle of nowhere. Too far from Google. I'm only 5 miles away, and that's a scenic route. I mean, literally, it is a scenic route. I literally drive a complete, almost circle to get to my place, and it's a scenic route. If I took a plane and flew over the top of it, I'm probably 1.5 miles from a Google data station. That's right, from Google. I cannot even get fiber optic to my place. And they have it in Kansas, they have it in Iowa, other places. But we can't get it because that's what it is, CenturyLink. They don't want to provide nobody fiber optic. That means they'd have to spend some money in replacing the cables. They have no insulation on them, and they won't even do a claim. They won't pay a claim because CenturyLink, they're above and beyond the law as well. Just like Mr. Watson and also Steve Wakefield. They're involved in the untouchables. Can you believe it? They can do whatever they want to, and they don't have to pay a price. It's sad. What is this world coming to? But anyway, I want to let you know that I do have hard documents, and I've posted them on the identity theft. I have eBay and PayPal on the hook as well, that they allowed this to happen, and also a police report. I mean, hey, what else do I need? And I can't get 1 iota sent back. I can't drag these people in court because I don't know where the hell they're at. So what do? And I definitely don't want to go to Kansas court because that's a hangman's jury. And hell, they'll hang me for something I didn't do. And hell, they wanted to let my money get stolen. And hell, they even hated to it. I even called them. I said, listen, oh, by the way, I did call the sheriff's department because Amanda Rego called me and said something. And then a little bit later, old Steve Wakefield called me, and he threatened to kill her by burning her house down while she's in there sleeping, and her kids, her little babies, hoping he can kill 2 or 3 of the little babies. I mean, this guy is just bad news. You're not burning someone's house up while they're sleeping. You don't freaking kill somebody. What gives this goddamn kid a right to hurt somebody? Because she wouldn't give him a phone number that's listed, that her ex-husband has the phone number and it's listed? Because you don't want to look it up on the telephone directory? Pretty bad. I don't think that this guy deserves much decency. You know, if this happened in like a foreign country, I would already be seeking some justice. But in the United States, I don't seek justice here. It seems like I don't qualify for justice. If you notice this line here, I got one over here too. That's from a strap that fits over my face and goes over my nose so I can breathe at night. It filters the air from the pollen, the dust. It's for a CPAP, okay? And yeah, you can see that the allergies cause me to have the dark eyes. And also don't really wear my glasses all the time when I'm YouTubing. Otherwise, you just think I'm, well, a little more prima donna. But I'm a little kickback old guy that, you know, been thrown to the curb a while back. And I decided just to be fed up. So the only thing I can do is talk about what's all going on. And I hope it don't happen to none of y'all, because this is a living freaking nightmare. You don't ever want to go through it. It's sad. It is. There is no support. The only ones you get is people want money from you. They want you to give them $100 a month or $200 a month. To me, that's another scam. I mean, fuck. It's a scam. I mean, I don't need any more scammers. I'm just trying to prove. I've got proof of everything, but I can't get nothing done. I even sent another form to the Attorney General in Kansas, which he refused me anything before, so I don't think he'll do anything again. And any calls that come into my cell phone and outgoing, since the death threats I had on me, a friend of mine was an arms dealer online, told me about it, so I downloaded the app and put it on my cell phone. So anything coming and going on my cell phone is a recorded call. Plus, it's a business line anyway, so guess what? I record it all. I don't care. I mean, it's for my protection. Hell, if somebody shoots me one day in the back of the head, maybe it'll be on my phone and they won't know it's recorded, because guess what? Most people aren't bright enough to record all their calls. Because, you know, it's supposed to be a Privacy Act, but you know what? To me, it's a business phone call. Hell, you can make a phone call to the federal government and the way they say it's recorded. You call a business or a hospital, they say it's recorded. So, and they say you can't allow your recordings to record your own stuff? I don't think so. Anyway, to me, I don't care, because guess what? If I miss something, I can refer back to my phone and I can check things, make sure I got the right numbers and stuff like that when someone places an order for me, or the depth I've got stuff. And I have to listen, here's our conversation, and I go over there and I point it out. And I video my structures, take pictures, and I said, listen, this is a stake, this is a survey mark, and this is my string line, this is the top of curve, this is exactly where it needs to be. Now, what makes this thing change? Did somebody screw up? Did the surveyor make a mistake? Or the guy that can't speak English, he can't read American tape, had built the curve 3 feet in the wrong place? I think that's probably a problem. So I said, if you want me to move the structure, I can. But you're talking $500,000 minimum. I mean, I got to tear it out, and it's freaking dangerous because I'm going to tear it out. I'm right next to the fiber optics, and when I go build the box backwards, well, the fiber optics got to be moved, or the phone lines got to be moved, and hell, the main power for Elkhorn has to be removed as well and moved out of the way so I can put the box where you want me to put it. And they realized that, and the surveyor came out, and he says, Kent, he said, he said, you know what, that's the most perfect inlet placement I've ever saw. You're within 0.003 of an inch. You don't need to move it. That's better than freaking anything I've ever saw anybody do. And he says, you do that all the time. He says, your inlet is in the right place. I'm going to tell the general and the superintendent that that curb is in the wrong place. If you want to fix it, it'd be cheaper to rip out that curb than him move that inlet. Because he's right. Because he's got all the utilities behind him. That's why it cost him so much to move that simple structure. But he was willing to do it. But the thing is, you better write him a check first, because he ain't going to flip that bill. Because I know you guys would probably burn me. So I just threw him a number, and I'd make a phone call to these people, because it's their utility.